Hello, everyone. Welcome to Mindset Monday. It is Monday, May 10th. Hello, everyone. Glad to see you on our Facebook Live. I'm just going to let the algorithm catch up to us a little bit and send you all a message to pop on. Welcome. Hello, everyone. Great to see you. And as you join, please let me know if you're joining live or catching the replay. We always like to come back and check with you as you watch the replay. And we always love to hear your takeaways. What is it that you've heard in a Mindset Monday that turned on the light bulb for you? Maybe shifted your perspective, maybe helped you to see things in a little bit different light. All right, welcome everyone. So great to have you on our call today. Hello, welcome. Please type live if you're joining live and type replay if you're watching the replay. And we'll get started in just a moment. There we go. All right, now I'm seeing more people coming in. Great to see you all. Hello everyone. If we haven't met yet, I'm Christine Kolzing. I'm the CEO and founder of the Alignment Tribe. I'm also the creator of our signature program, Align and Design Your Life. Oh, thank you for the compliment. Thank you. I'm feeling very springy today. Appreciate the kind words. So I am also a master success coach. I'm an NLP master practitioner, a superconscious healer, an Enneagram teacher, and a Reiki Level 1 practitioner. So lots of tools in my tool belt. And I bring them all together here for you because I have spent the greater part of 15 years in the personal and spiritual development world, learning the best mindset techniques and practices to create a life that you love. So I'm happy to share with you all that I have learned so that you can shorten the length of time that it takes for you to create the life that you love. So happy that you're here. And that's what we're talking about today, is living a life that you love while you're working towards your goals. So how many of you, you can just type this in the chat, how many of you have heard that you have to sacrifice now in order to reach your goals later? How many of you heard that you have to sacrifice now to reach your goals later? And here are some of the things you might have been told you have to sacrifice. Your sleep, your time with people that you love, your happiness. There's other things that big time. Yes, I'm seeing lots of people agreeing. Yep. We've all been told this. It's one of the underlying beliefs that we have, especially in America, but in other countries as well. But particularly here, there's this underlying belief we've been told that in order to have what you want, in order to reach your goals, in order to do something big with your life, you have to sacrifice in order to get there. And while it's true that it does take a commitment on your part, it takes focus, it takes vision, it takes taking action, it doesn't mean that you have to sacrifice how you get to feel on the way to reaching your goals. So most people believe that in order to reach the goals they set, they have to sacrifice now to get the results later. And believing that when we reach our goals, right, we set goals, we set outcomes, we have things we want to achieve in life because of how we'll feel when we reach that goal. Am I right? Right, you set the goal to get the promotion, right? Because when you have the promotion, you'll feel more in control of your time. You'll feel more creative. You'll feel more secure because you have more money. Maybe you set a goal to a health or wellness goal, and you think, well, once I reach this weight, then I'll feel great about my body. Or once I'm in a relationship, then I'll feel loved and appreciated, right? There's so many goals that we put out there. And really what we want from the goal, reaching the goal, is the feeling that we'll have when we reach the goal. So what happens is we're working under the false idea that reaching the goal creates how we want to feel. And we have to sacrifice on the way to reach that goal. So we don't get to be happy until the goal is reached. We don't get to feel good about ourselves until the goal is reached. We don't get to feel happy until the goal is reached. We don't get to feel satisfied. We don't get to feel loved. Whatever it is, whatever emotion or feeling we've attached to the goal, we think, I'll get to feel that way when the goal is reached, which means I'm not feeling that way now. How many of you have had this experience? Because we're taught as a country, as a collective, that the future will be better, right? When you reach the goal, then you'll feel better, right? And most of our country has been founded on that principle. Once we reach the new world, it'll be better than here. Once we are free from England, it'll be better than, taxation without representation. Once we reach the West Coast in California, we'll hit the gold, then we'll be happy, right? We're constantly told that in reaching the goal, you get to feel the way you want to feel, but then you don't get to feel the way you want to feel on the way to reaching the goal. You're told that on the way to reaching the goal is sacrifice, hard work, never letting up. You can't be satisfied, right? Because there's a fear that if you let yourself feel the way that you want to feel on the way to reaching a goal, you'll lose the motivation to do it. But it's not true. In fact, the opposite is true. And if you're believing that you can't feel good now while you work towards what you want, it's going to actually be much harder to reach those goals. Why is that? Well, to take an adage from Abraham Hicks, you can't get to happy over there from unhappy over here. Say you decide to set a goal and you believe that in reaching that goal, you'll get to feel the way that you want to feel. You'll get to feel, let's just choose happy. And so you work towards that goal, but in the working towards that goal, you're not happy. You're dissatisfied. You're thinking it's not enough. You're being really hard on yourself. You're not enjoying the journey. Because all of your belief is in that the happiness comes once the goal is reached. And what ends up happening is that you're working towards what it is that you want, but you're not enjoying the process, right? It's going to feel like a lot of effort. It might not be that fun for you. And then what happens if you reach that goal and it hasn't been fun, you haven't been happy, you haven't been satisfied all along the way? What if you reach that goal and you still don't have those feelings? Because the circumstance doesn't dictate how we feel. And if we're waiting for the circumstance to give ourselves permission to feel the way that we want to feel, we're really disempowering ourselves. We're putting the onus of our feelings onto circumstances that may or may not happen exactly the way that we intend. So we're putting this idea that I'll be happy when, or I'll feel the way I want to feel once I reach my goals. What if we don't reach the goal? What if it doesn't happen? Or what if it happens in a completely different way? What if we decide to change course? What if that goal no longer serves us and there's another goal that does? We can't be open to those possibilities if we're so honed in on reaching this one particular goal because we know it'll allow us, we'll give ourselves permission to feel the way that we want to feel. The short circuit to creating what you want is allowing yourself to feel the way that you want to feel now while you take action towards the goals and the outcomes you want to achieve. Because you can't be unhappy, reach the goal, and then suddenly be happy. chances are you might be happy for a moment that you reach the goal, but then you're just going to have to set another goal and go unhappy, 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 reach the goal. Rather, a much faster way of achieving those outcomes, of reaching your goals, is to feel the way that you want to feel when you've reached the goal, and feel that way today. So you feel happy, 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 reach the goal, still happy, 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 happy. Like you just continue on. You're not using goals as a way of letting yourself feel the way that you want to feel. You get to choose to feel the way that you want to feel now while you work towards those outcomes. And isn't that such a big part of the journey? Right? We don't want to go, feel it now. We don't want to just go from goal to goal to goal, thinking that just in the achievement of a goal, we get to feel the way we want to feel. It's very limiting. It could only be for a moment. And then what happens if you don't reach the goal? You don't want to spend your whole life not feeling the way that you want to feel, not enjoying the journey, right? Because you're focused on the wrong thing. You're focused on the circumstance allowing you to feel the way you want to feel. And it's not your fault. This is what we've been taught. We've been taught as a society from a very young age that you set the goal, you work hard, you sacrifice, you don't give up, you pay the price, and it's all about reaching that goal. But what if it was more than that? What if we broke that paradigm? What if we stopped thinking that the circumstance creates how we feel, and we decide that we get to choose how we feel? Because here's what happens. When you're choosing how you feel, you enjoy the whole journey. It becomes much easier. It's much less effort. You're open to more possibilities, more opportunities, more people coming into your life. The movement of reaching that goal is so different. And then you reach the goal, you still feel great. Then you can choose the next thing you'd like to enjoy in your life. This is why inside Align and Design Your Life, we really focus on what we call just because outcomes. These are goals or outcomes that you want to experience just because. Not because they're going to create in you the feelings that you want to feel, but just because you'd love to experience it. You'd love to have it. You'd love to be it. These just because outcomes are set very differently from traditional goals, because you're choosing an outcome just because you want to, just because you'd love to have it, you'd love to experience it, and you choose to experience it now. Feel what it feels like to be that version of you who has it now. And then with that understanding, with those feelings, you get to create from the present day any experience that you want. You get to create how you feel as you take action towards that outcome. And it makes the whole process a lot more fun. Someone who I think is probably doing this, even though she's not a member of our program, but if she was, it'd be amazing, is Celeste Barber. I don't know if you follow her on Instagram. Super fun. She's an Australian writer and comedian, and she does these really great celebrity spoofs that just go follow her on Instagram. She's so much fun. Why is she doing it? Just because. Because it's really fun for her. You can tell she's having a ton of fun while she's doing it. And at the same time, she's bringing a lot of joy to others. Why? Just because she likes to do that, right? And in the process of having fun, of enjoying the journey, of bringing joy to others, of having fun herself, she's building a really significant brand. And at first it started just with her comedy and the things that she would write. And now she's like branching out. She's like part of a whole huge like cosmetics company in Australia. Like her brand is growing and expanding because she's having a lot of fun along the way, right? She wasn't waiting until a certain thing happened before she got to be happy and have fun. She's having fun and enjoying the journey while she's creating more outcomes, more things that she wants to experience in her life. Right? If we don't decide to be happy, present, grateful, joyful, content, satisfied, whatever that feeling is that you want, if you're not choosing to do that now, then the chances that you're going to feel that way when you reach the goal are really slim. You may experience it for a moment, but honestly, the chances of reaching that goal are going to be much smaller because you're putting too much emphasis on the goal and not enough on who you're being and how you're feeling today. And it's who you're being and how you're feeling today that determines the actions that you take to reach that outcome. It's not about the goal. It's about who you're being and how you're feeling today. And if you're feeling the way that you want to feel today, and from that vibration, from that energy, from that state of being, you're taking action, you will much more easily and effortlessly reach your goals. Choosing to feel that way takes practice. And it's a big part of what we do inside Align and Design Your Life. Because it's not like what we've been taught, right? We've been taught that you reach the goal and the circumstance of reaching that goal allows you to feel the way that you want to feel. Proud, happy, satisfied, grateful, joyful. We've been told that it's based on circumstance. And what happens when you don't reach that goal, when you don't get that circumstance. It doesn't have to be that way. You don't want to waste your life going from goal to goal to goal, being unhappy along the way, thinking each goal is going to create the happiness or the satisfaction or the joy or the security or whatever it is you're looking for. When we're feeling the way that we want to feel now and we're acting from that vibration, from that energy, then we're taking action towards reaching those goals. We could reach the goal or not. It won't matter. We might actually reach bigger goals. We might actually have a plethora of new experiences. Like things really open up when you're in the journey, when you're enjoying the process. And for most of us, this takes some time. It takes some practice. It's different than the way that we've been taught. So if you're someone who's been struggling with reaching your outcomes or reaching your goals or just feeling like the whole freaking process of reaching your goals is like hard and it's cumbersome and it's effort and it's not fun, then I want to encourage you to look at it a different way. Ask yourself, why do I want to reach this goal? What is it that I want to feel when I reach this goal? Why is this important to me? You've got to get clear about those just because outcomes. You've got to get clear on the goal and how it is you're going to feel when you reach that goal. It's part of the key to taking the right action to reach that goal and enjoying the journey. You can choose, when you're setting just because outcomes, you can choose to feel the way you want to feel today as you work towards reaching those goals. You never have to wait for the goal to let you feel the way you want to feel. When you choose your just because outcomes, choose them because you love to see them. You love to experience them. You just love to have it just because. When our goals are just because, we're not depending on them for our happiness. We get to feel the way we want to feel and live the life we want to live while we manifest our goals. And I know it's hard to go against the grain. We've been taught from a very young age that the old way of doing things, right? That you have to sacrifice and wait until you reach the goal until you get to feel the way you want to feel. But what if you didn't have to wait? What if you could choose today to feel the way that you want to feel and watch those goals come to you so much more quickly, easily, and effortlessly? Yes, it is so great. It's so great. It's such a fun way of creating anything you want. And this goes for your work life, for your business, for your health, for relationships. These principles apply in every area of life. And if it's something that you're questioning, or you've been struggling to reach your goals, or you just haven't been having fun in the process, then I really want to encourage you to go inward, ask yourself, why is this goal important to me? How do I want to feel when I reach this goal? And if you'd like some help and some clarity on choosing those goals, creating those just because outcomes, and learning how to take action that lets you feel the way you want to feel now, then I'd love to help you with that. You're welcome to book a call with me. It's a private 30-minute strategy session where I'll help you craft and discuss those just because outcomes. What is it that you want to create? How do you want to feel in the creation of it? And we'll take a look at what might be getting in the way of you doing that today. Why wait? Why wait to feel the way that you want to feel? You don't have to. You can feel the way you want to feel today and reach all of those goals and more, and have a lot more fun in the process. I will post a link to my calendar in this Mindset Monday and on the comments below on our YouTube video. So please feel free to reach out to me. Post below in the comments. Let me know what's a just because outcome, and how is it that you want to feel as you reach that outcome, as you're feeling the way you want to feel all the way through your journey. So what's the outcome that you'd love to experience, and what is the feeling that you want to feel as you're reaching your goals? Thank you so much. It's helped you have more fun in your work. Oh, so glad to hear that. Thank you so much. Awesome. Thank you, everybody. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Let's make it a great week. Set those outcomes. Choose how you want to feel. Book a call with me if you want some help with that. And we'll see you again next week for Mindset Monday.